And here, this all started on December 23rd, 2023, 2 days before Christmas, when 40-year-old David Barron was shot and killed at the Paddock Mall. Investigators say Barron was targeted by the suspect, Albert Shell Jr.
Shell was on the run for weeks before he was finally arrested by law enforcement on January of 2024. Now, almost 2 years later, Barron's family has filed a lawsuit against the mall, the former owners, and Allied Security. News 6's Emily McLeod got the lawsuit first and has been trying to answer a big question all day. Is the mall safe now?
Yeah, I have been reviewing the lawsuit, and simply put, the family believes the mall wasn't doing enough to keep people safe at the time of the shooting. They say a lack of security guards and surveillance cameras, among several other issues, are what led to the deadly shooting that killed 40-year-old David Barron.
In this case, the failures are particularly egregious here.
In 2023, David Barron was shot and killed at the Paddock Mall 2 days before Christmas. Police believe this man, Albert Shell Jr., pulled the trigger. Nearly 2 years later, the family has filed a lawsuit, and they say the Paddock Mall was not safe at the time of the shooting.
I know back then, at this point in time, especially for the risk that not only existed at that mall, but when you couple it with the risks that exist around the holidays, one of the busiest shopping days of the year, December 23rd. I mean, the security was entirely inadequate at Paddock.
The lawsuit accuses Paddock Mall, the mall's former owners, Washington Prime Group, and Allied Security of several security shortcomings, including failing to have enough guards in visible areas to deter crime and failing to have surveillance cameras throughout the building. Since this incident, Paddock Mall has come under new ownership, CBS Properties. We reached out to them to ask if they have made any changes to safety and security measures. In a statement to News 6, they tell us in part, "While we don't publicly disclose details, we are committed to maintaining a comfortable and welcoming space for our tenants and our shoppers."
What do you want for your clients at the end of the day?
First and foremost, we want justice for what happened here. We want the mall to be held accountable, but ultimately the only thing my clients want is to get this message out that if you operate a business, whether it's a mall, a strip mall, a nightclub, an apartment complex, that if you do not take security seriously, you will be held accountable.
We asked Allied Security about the lawsuit, and Allied says they do not comment on pending litigation. So far, we haven't heard back from the old mall owner, so we'll keep checking back. And as for that big question, is the mall safer now? Well, the new mall owner sent me a revised statement, only adding that security is their top priority. Ocala police tell me they have stepped up patrols at the mall since the shooting. We'll continue to follow this story and bring you any new details as it updates. I'm your Ocala community correspondent live in the newsroom, Emily McLeod, News 6.